guys, welcome to another video. I left you in the last video last night near this tire water trough. We are slowly making our way, well, quickly actually. I mean, I did 23 yesterday, so we are mediumly making our way to Grants, New Mexico. The plan today, as I said in the last video, is to just, I think it's more road walking. I'm wondering if when we get to the brown line, it's like more dirt road than kind of this main, because this is a pretty busy road, lots of people passed. So we'll see when we get there. But yeah, the goal is to get to the end of the brown line today because it's another 22 miles and it kind of borders along the Cibola wilderness. So there'll be places to camp, I hope. And then the plan in the morning would be to reconnect to the red line, to connect to the blue line, and get to the next water source because the water is kind of sketchy after this, which is why I just drank a bunch and now I'm filling up again. Getting a slow start to the morning. I'm gonna have to figure out a routine when I get to Colorado because I'm really struggling to get out of bed when it's really cold, and it got to freezing last night because I saw some of that water over there was frozen. But I made sure to take time to drink my coffee and have my breakfast because it saves me time later on in the trail so I don't have to stop. And it's road walking and I'm not like super jazzed to like get up and road walk. The rate I'm going, I may be in Grants by Saturday, and I don't think I mentioned to you guys, but I'm gonna take a week off next week. And when I get to Grants, I'm gonna take the bus into Albuquerque, and I got an Airbnb, and I'm gonna just rest my body and catch up on this momentous amount of videos that I have backlogged. And then my dad works in New Mexico sometimes, and so I think I might see him and have lunch. And then my boyfriend Jared is gonna drive into Albuquerque for a few days at the end of next week and spend some time with me, and I think that will really help kind of my mood, my mental state, and help push me to Colorado. We'll see, but basically I can start planning my family trip, them to come see me in Denver, so that'll be a lot of fun to do. So I'll do some of that next week as well. And I'm not really that worried about it because a lot of people rush to Chama and then they take like a week off to wait for the snow to melt. So I'm just taking my week a little earlier to be able to see family and stuff because it's just a little bit quicker for them to get to Albuquerque versus northern New Mexico. But we are more than halfway through New Mexico, which is really crazy to think about. I'm doing a lot better than I was in the previous videos, so I'm gonna keep it real here with you guys. So just like that, all the trees are gone. I camped back there. And I've been staring at this mountain in the distance. And I'm wondering, is that Mount Taylor? Because if it is, we're gonna have to climb that in a couple of weeks. Oh boy. I'm having to stop 6 miles in because I've been really fortunate in that most of what's been bothering me obviously have been the blisters and then some foot pain. But now I'm starting to have back pain, like lower back pain. And I think that's because it's only on my right side, and I think that's because I think I have some sort of hip dysplasia. I haven't ever had x-rays done, but in my adult life I've dealt with a lot of kinetic chain stuff on my right side. And anyway, I was seeing a chiropractor before I left, and he said my leg was popped out of the hip and then rotated out. And I worked with him to get everything back in order before I left, but I think just all this like walking and different terrain and stuff like day in and day out has messed up my leg again. And so basically it really starts to mess with my lower back. Just my hip flexors and things like that, like hip opener type exercises I'm not doing as much. I'm focusing a lot on my feet, so I'm not making as good a time as yesterday, but I'm just doing those big days. Like, they feel really gratifying in the moment, but I really pay for it the next day because I'm a lot slower. So I'm like, is it better to go at a consistent, 15, 16, 17 mile pace over time versus like do a big 23 and then a low 12, 14? Like, I don't know. I can't quite figure out my rhythm yet, but anyway, I'm stopped here to stretch so that I can hopefully keep going a little less irritated. I'm not irritated as a person, but you know what I mean, like my body being irritated. So, well, Well, we've made it into the Cibola Wilderness, so we're no longer on the gravel road. Bless. That was almost 40 miles of gravel road since Sunday, Monday. Oh, crazy, guys. It's pretty. Like, I mean, it kind of just looks like more of what we've been seeing in New Mexico. It's a little sandy, so I'm trying to be really careful with where I step so that my feet aren't really shifting in my shoes, because that's how I got all these blisters. Oh, in the desert, I'm still doing okay. Feeling tired. I keep like stopping like every quarter mile and just like having to take a deep breath. Like, I just want a nap, you know, which is a sign to me that my body's trying to recover, but I'm forcing it to walk. So we really don't have a choice today. We have to get at least another almost 9 miles to the solar well, you know, if we want to have dinner and proper hydration for the day. So my plan is just to take it easy, maybe stop every couple of miles and just sit down. I've lost all the people I started with. They're all gone, even all the people that camped by me last night. I think they got up really early this morning because they were gone. By the time I got out of my tent around 7, we're back to being alone, people. This is like an old homestead, I guess. Pretty sweet view. Or, oh, maybe, oh god, yeah, it was a homestead. There's a bed in here. Creepy. Oh, a bird. Look at this wall. 1972, 71, 97. What? Well, that didn't last long. We're back on the road. Or a road. At least it's got a little different texture than the gravel. I am taking a little lunch break. It's about 3 something. I'm only like 12 miles in, but that's okay. I'm having pesto pasta with chicken and it smells delicious. And there's this cool rock. It's been kind of carved out, be a nice seat. And so I'm kind of in this wash. Super nice. The water situation's getting a little sketch. That's how much we have left in those, and then I think I have a little less than half a liter full in my other bottles. We'll definitely have to make it to our water source later.
I don't know what it means, but there's a smile upon your face, and I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning guns. Would you follow me to wonders? Take my hand and walk beside me in a world.
And we're ending the day with a highway walk. And it's a busy highway. Oh, here comes a car. Sounds big. Oh, that's a truck. Oh my god. We put in 20 though, folks. We have put in 20. So, now the fun part. Try to find some camping where you won't get murdered or run over or arrested by the cops. That's the highway. And this is tent. This is home for tonight. So I cannot bring myself to walk all the way back to those trees, which don't look that far on camera, but I cannot be asked to do any more miles today. I did a little over 20 to get here. And you never know, like with the highways in New Mexico, because I've been on some like really janky dirt roads that were called highways. And then this highway, like what they're actually going to be like. And this is like a paved highway that is fairly trafficked. There's like 1 or 2 cars like every 5 minutes. So I really want the sun to go down so that my tent is not so obvious to the road. And I'm going to get up pretty early so I can get out of here before the sun rises. So that way, because I looked at the map and this is 10.2 miles of road walk tomorrow of this particular busy ass highway, which I hate walking on these busy highways. So I want to get that over in the morning. Maybe it'll be less busy. Just another day down, another day closer to town. Good morning. It is so cold today. I don't know what the temperature is, but it is. I feel like it's colder than any other day I've experienced. My hands like cannot get warm. And we're starting the day with 10.9 miles, I think, of this road. So once my body warms up, hopefully I can get up to or down to a 20-minute pace or under and get this thing done by like 10. I did better about getting up this morning and getting dressed faster and everything. So let's see what the day has in store for us. Okay, listen, y'all. I know I call everything lava, but I legit think this is lava. Like, I think these are remnants. Yes? Okay, everybody, this is Tangles. She's a trail angel, and she just stopped, which is so funny because I didn't tell you the story before I started filming, but I was like, I'm manifesting a cold drink today, universe. I can feel it coming my way. Well, so you are literally
colder ones on the bottom. I can put those on.
This is totally fine.
Okay.
Look, she's got honey buns. Oh my god. I'm definitely gonna take a honey bun. So you're just out? You do this all the time?
On my days off, yeah.
Do you live in the area?
I'm a travel nurse.
Oh, good for
So,
you.
On my days off, I do this, and then I'm going to be going north, probably all the way to Cuba.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what an amazing
I
person.
took from a toaster house to Socorro to go to the emergency room and stuff
Okay.
last week. So,
Well, amazing. Thank you
yeah.
so
Did you
much.
Get my number on?
I mean, guys, come on. Oh, honey bun and a Gatorade. So I was really thinking about Sprite earlier, but like lemon lime, I mean, that's pretty close to Sprite, if you will. Like, Tangles, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for being a blessing to so many of us, like especially on these brutal road walks. So wonderful. Yay. I have stopped at La Ventana Arch because it's a cool view. There is this little picnic area and there was a nice little pit toilet that smelled really good actually. Made it to the junction and lovely Tangles. Her 3 gallons of water is here. Ah, bless. Here goes all the walking on lava, which is going to be fun, but also, as I told you guys, these Vibram soles are very sticky, so can be very treacherous if you're not super careful with like picking up your feet. So I'm gonna have to be diligent the next 7 miles. So we are legit walking on lava, for real. And I read that in World War II, the Army did munitions testing in this area, and they did several cleanups, but because the caverns, like the tubes, the lava caverns go so deep that they couldn't guarantee that they got everything. So there was like a whole sign about like, if you find munitions, like how to report them. Super cool. Now I realize why. Someone on the comments said, if you have energy and ankles to spare, check out this you know, section of trail or whatever, and seeing the inclines of some of these lava tubes or deposits or whatever you want to call them, I get up. But hey, it's not the road, so I'm jazzed. We'll see if I'm jazzed in 7 miles from now after 7 miles of this, but we'll see. Looks fun.
Just got out, something's wrong. I waited up, wounds on my feet. Where will you be? Flickering through memories.
Hello, friends. Taking another break. Taking a lot of breaks today. Lava walking is fun for sure. It's been really good for my feet to like bend and move and do different things besides just crunch on my arch. But as with most things in the CDT, it just has been going on for too long, y'all. Too long. Like at the first part of the trail, it was like some lava rock, and then some sand, and then a little section of lava, and then back to the sand. But we have been in it now for a couple miles, and I know that doesn't sound like a big deal. I'm tired, and I'm yawning because it's like pure mental game. Thankfully, the cairns are really well laid here, so you don't have to like look at your phone. I still do just because I'm paranoid about getting off trail, but yeah, the cairns are really well laid and very close together, so that's been nice. But it's still a mental game of like watching where you step, because like all of a sudden there'll be a huge crevice or there'll be a loose rock, and it's a little bit treacherous up here. So I think this would be like an awesome like day hike or overnight hike, maybe where you're not having to bring so much crap, so you can be more lightweight and kind of agile. It's a little scarier having a huge backpack on, especially because I put a little extra water in my pack, because I'm just going to take the highway tomorrow, and I don't think anybody takes that highway, so there's not going to be any water on it to my knowledge. But anyway, my pack's a little heavy, so when you like kind of go this way and there's like this huge crevasse, kind of like that down there, and you're leaning and it's windy, like these trekking poles are a must. This so far has been really cool. This is actually the CDT, so no matter which way you go, whether you take the red line out of Pie Town or if you decide to do red, brown, blue, it will take you here either way. So right now I'm technically going backwards on the CDT. I'm at like, I was at mile 502 and now I'm at like 498 or something. So yeah, but that's okay because the KOA campground I'm going to stay at tomorrow night is on the other side of Grants, so taking this way is actually closer for me. So anyway, it's going good. I'm feeling good. I'm just I'm kind of ready for this section to be the Silver City to Grant section. Like it's just it's been a good break-in period for sure, mentally and physically, but I'm kind of done. Yay! Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know if this is the end of it, but we made it back to trail-ish. A little bit of sand, a little bit of rock, but not just walking over major crevasses and stuff. I swear, every time I'm tired and I'm like ready to stop walking, these little signs keep creeping up on me. I can't believe this is 500 miles, like, in the middle of this lava field. Like, I feel like it's been 500 miles. I really do. Good morning, guys. This will probably be 3 days in one video because today is going to be a Nero. I believe I left you saying, oh look, we've made it back to a semblance of a trail. And no, I was heavily mistaken. There was still 2 more miles of lava rock. We moved from like the big black thick chunky pieces, which is kind of like just walking on cracked asphalt, to like the stuff you see at the home improvement store, like that you can buy for your garden, like the little chunks of lava rock. And let me tell you, that is a lot trickier to work on and a lot harder on your ankles and stuff. And so I have yet another new blister. I have 2 blisters now on my left big toe. We are winning. And yeah, I just kind of got into a sour mood last night. I just wanted to be done. It went on too long. I was trying to make it to the trailhead, one, to see if I got service so I could either call a trail angel or literally even an Uber to come pick me up because I was just so over it last night. But I did make it to the trailhead, and I saw Machine and Fresh Goods, and they were going to keep going to the well, which is that way if you were going to take the blue line through the mountains. And that is not what I'm doing this morning. We're back on the road, my favorite place. But this road's actually really nice, old Highway 53, because this shoulder is literally just like walking on a treadmill, but like kind of with a view. Really nice. I don't feel like I'm going to get mowed over by a semi. I don't have to go over there and walk in that sideways glass bottle trash filled ditch. It's Friday, so I guess that means that I have a bloody nose, because I feel like I get a bloody nose at least once a week. Except this week, it's coming from both nostrils. So my poor body and my gear really is like, bro, we need a break. We need to be cleaned. So anyway, I did not close it out last night, so here we are. Welcome to another day. I don't know why I said it's Friday. It's literally Saturday. Can't keep it straight. We have 14 miles to the KOA campground. I've done 14 mile sections of road so far, so it'll probably take me 5 to 6 hours if I do walk at all. It's been wild. It's been wild, this Silver City to Grants section. For a non-through hiker, this has been a lot for my body, so I'm ready for a little siesta. And who knew KOA campgrounds were so expensive? I mean, it's cheaper than a hotel room, so I'm not complaining. And they have, this campground is nice because they have showers and laundry. I'm like, dang, because I guarantee you I'm going to be charged for the showers and the laundry. But I'll have to Jen let you know. This may be one of the longest days of my life on the road. Oh man, guys. It's taken everything in me not to put my thumb out, because this is one of the busiest roads I've ever walked on. So many cars, and I thought it would be quieter given it's a Saturday. It is not. But let's all bless, I praise. I can see the red and yellow KOA sign in the near distance. I ran out of water like a mile ago. I think I've had 3 liters in the last 24 hours total, so I'm thirsty, and I also have no gum to like help produce saliva. So we are skirting in on fumes into Grants, okay? My left knee's really starting to bother me, but we are almost there, so we ain't quitting. There's been no trail angels or anything today. Nobody's stopping. Everybody's got somewhere to be, and that's okay. But yeah, this has been challenging.
I don't know what it means, but there's a smile upon your face, and I see something.
Oh, y'all better believe that I McDeliveried a Big Mac, fries, a McFlurry, and a Sprite to this KOA while I do laundry. So the tent campers have their own little camping area. These are all the pad sites. At site 3, lots of room. There's trash, there's drinking water. You can do dishes here. It's really nice. There's a little sitting area over here. I got here and immediately took a shower. Well, I drank some Gatorade. I got a gallon of water out of the fridge and tried to catch up on some water because I only had 3 liters between yesterday at noon and today at noon. And then I took a shower. It was good. You need like your own soap and towels and stuff, but I have my Castile soap, thankfully, and my little microfiber cloth. I was able to kind of do a simple bath that way. And I don't know if I told you guys, but I lost my comb, so my hair's a little janky, but I have another one on the way. Yeah, then I did all my laundry, and that was nice. They will change your quarters here for you. That took over an hour, so then I had McDonald's delivered because I was hungry, and I ate all that, and that made me really tired. But I got my tent set up, and now I'm just borrowing some power here to charge some of my electronics, the necessary electronics. Yeah, and then I ordered pizza for dinner, so they make it here, which is really cool. They have hot meals at certain times of the year, and they'll bring it to your site, so that's really nice and lovely. Because yeah, I've got a bunch of videos to edit. This section was long, so doing videos every 2 to 3 days, it really adds up over 2.5 weeks. It's been a good one, it's been fun, and I'll catch you on the next one.